Hey everybody, this is Andy Blanks with the teacher prep video for session 1 of This Changes Everything. Now this session is a foundational session. You're going to be laying the foundation for what you're going to be covering in really the next 3 sessions. And this session is all about how it was. It's all about how things were before the change. Now the change we're talking about is the gospel. And we're going to really introduce that in session 2. But in this first session, it's really all about what we're calling our origin story. And the lesson is going to really help you flesh out with your students this idea of an origin story. But as you might imagine, what we're doing is we're looking at the origin story of people, of humanity. We're going to look at, spend a lot of our time in Genesis 1, 2, and 3. We're going to see how a loving God created everything and created people with all of their needs met, right? This beautiful provision of God that covered all things. And then we're going to focus in on that moment when sin entered the picture. We're going to see how the consequences of sin in that moment with Adam and Eve in the garden changed the nature of not only their relationship with God, but all humankind's relationship with God. What sin does, that barrier that sin creates between man and God. We're going to look at this in part, looking at God's holiness. We really want to drive that point home to students because for a lot of our students, we talk about this idea of sin and how sin separates them from God, but we never really unpack the idea of why. And so in this first session, we're going to concentrate on God's holiness and our sinfulness and really juxtapose those two things together and really kind of, in some ways, leave students almost hanging in the balance, almost this idea of creating or laying the foundation for the problem and then not quite getting to that solution just yet. We want to really create some tension and then present the solution in the second session. So in this session is really all about just the basics of why we need the gospel, why we need a savior. That's the point we're going to drive home to your students, is that we are in need of a savior. There is a problem. It's a problem that's too big for us to take care of on our own. And so that's what you're going to do in this first session, okay? If we can help you in any way, if you have any questions or any thoughts or just want to reach out and talk to us, we're easily available. You can email us, you can give us a phone call, or you can go on our website and just simply click on live chat and somebody here will help you, okay? So we're praying for you and we hope your session 1 goes great, and I'll see you for the session 2 teacher prep video.